Do you want to win the digital SAT? If so, you need to be a master of all the recognition cues that can help you move more efficiently on game day. In this video, we're going to go through recognition cue number 44 in my digital SAT 100 recognition cues series. We're going back to the grammar for this one. We're going to talk about a specific type of transition words question that's been showing up more often on the upper module of the digital SAT reading and writing. You're going to see between 6 and 8 transition words questions on game day. And the majority of the answer choices, the transition words you will be asked about, will fall into the classic 5 categories. Support words like for instance, for example, furthermore, moreover. Contrast words like nonetheless, however, conversely. Cause and effect words like thus, therefore, as a result. Sequence words like first, ultimately, next, etc. And then concessive words like granted, of course, admittedly. But every once in a while, you're going to come across a transition words question where the answer choices look quite different from these standard words you might normally encounter. They are full-on phrases that are acting as introductory clauses. But don't let it fluster you if you see this on game day, because the approach is no different than it would be otherwise. You read the passage, you get your context clues, you come up with a word or phrase that you think should fit the blank, and then you go one by one through the choices until you find one that makes sense. These introductory clause phrases, in my opinion so far, have been pretty straightforward, so don't let them throw you off your game if you see one. Here's an example from the SatPrac site. The 4 answer choices here are adhering to this dualism, underscoring this distinction, further detailing this process, and complicating this division. Let's read the passage and get our context. In the field of geology, minerals are typically classified as either igneous or sedimentary. This categorization establishes a clear boundary between the 2 primary formation processes. Blank, certain metamorphic rocks exhibit qualities and crystalline structures characteristic of both types. This is a contrast situation. It begins by saying it's either this or that. But then they talk about metamorphic rocks that could be both. So we need an answer choice that suggests a contrast. Adhering to this dualism doesn't work, no matter what you think it means. Adhering to means sticking to, supporting, the dualism being there's 2 different options. That's not adhering to the dualism, it's contrasting with it, so A is out. B says underscoring this distinction. To underscore is to highlight. This isn't highlighting it, it's contrasting it, so that's out. Choice C says further detailing this process. That implies support. This again is not support, it's a contrast, so cross this out. Choice D, complicating this division. That makes sense to me because that's a contrast. Normally it's either this or that, but these rocks complicate this division by being both. So this one would be D, and you're out. It's quite likely that you could see a question like this as one of your transition words questions on game day, and don't be flustered. You approach it the same way as you would every other transition words question. See you next time.